Hi everyone, it's Pat. I'm back with lesson 11 in our series of lessons. We only have a few more lessons to go, and today is all songs. Yep, no exercises today. You're probably going, well, it's about time. I don't want to play exercises the rest of my life. But if you want to play songs well, it's always good to do exercises. So we're going to do a quick review of the notes we've had. D, E, G, A, B, C, and D. So I'm just going to play the G, E, D, E, G a few times. Now I'm going to go up to the C's and the D's. So now we're ready. We're getting right into music. So here's our first song, and I'm hoping that you recognize it because we have actually played part of this song. This is that Cajun French song that we learned when we were learning 3/4 time, and we've learned the A section of this song, and at the time I told you it was part of a longer song. Let's see if you actually remember that. So since you already know that song, I don't remember what lesson it was in. It might have been around 4 or 5. But so the only part we really have to practice is this B section where we have incorporated the high C and the high D. Now, people who are really comfortable reading music don't usually have too much trouble doing this, but I find when you're new to reading music, it can be a little bit of a problem. So just like every song, I recommend if you're going to have some difficulty with it, that's speaking and moving your fingers. So you look at the B section, see that B right there? And we're going to start on the note B, and this is what we're going to do. B, C, D, A. B, C, D, A. And that's the first line. Then we go to the second line. B, C, D, A, B, C, B, C, D, A. That's how you practice it if you're not sure of the names of the notes and where to put your fingers, because I guarantee you, when you can speak and finger, you're going to have a lot easier time actually playing it. Now the other thing I do with people that are having some difficulty, I have them play each note here 3 times except for the dotted half note. Remember the dotted half note? It's a 3-beat note. So I'm going to do that for you. So here I go with the first line of the middle section. Then I'm going to do the second line. Now there's a lot of moving notes in the second line. We don't have any half notes or any dotted half notes, so you're probably going to have to breathe in there somewhere. When you're really comfortable with that, then you're ready to play it the way it's written, just the way it's written. and I've put the newer section all in red notes. Then you're just ready to learn the piece. You play everything slowly until you can get that 3/4 waltz feeling. So this is where you pause, you work on learning the song, and then you come back to lesson 11 and you just actually see, can I play with Pat? Can I keep up with the speed she's doing? But always go at your own speed and your own pace. Now let's just review all the music reading that we've done, because that's another part of why we're doing these basic lessons. There's our G clef or our treble clef. That clef determines what the names of these notes are. If the clef changes, the names of the notes change. However, it's not going to change with our recorder playing. What is our time signature? It's 3/4. That means in every measure there are just 3 counts, so we can't have any whole notes because it's too many beats. A whole note or a semi-breve gets 4 counts, so we can't have it. That's why we have our dotted half notes. There they are. Now we have lots of measures. By now you should know what measures are. They're the boxes of notes made by bar lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we have our first song with 24 measures, and it's important to really know what they are now, because if you ever get in a little group and the person running the group says, oh, we're going to start practicing at measure 9, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there's measure 9. That's where we're going to rehearse. All right, what else do we have? Well, we've got our bar lines, our double bar lines not till down here. We have our breath marks, which tell us where to breathe. Now, when you're practicing it slowly, you will have to breathe more often. And that's as it should be. But again, I demonstrated to you where we want to go in the speed we want. We want 3/4 to always have this nice waltz feeling. All right? So let's get to our second song now. Our second song is, a very famous song that every string player and every band player learns to play in the United States. So it doesn't matter if they're playing cello, bass, viola, violin, flute, oboe, clarinet, bassoon, you name any brass instrument, they're going to learn to play Lightly Row. So here we are. Now we've got our song, because we're incorporating everything that we have learned so far. That's what we're doing. So we now have a 2/4 time signature, 2 beats in every measure. So the value of these notes can only add up to 2. We've got lots and lots of eighth notes in this song, because we learned eighth notes. Remember, eighth notes so far are the quickest notes that we have learned. Now once again, with Lightly Row, you're going to want to speak and finger. D, B, B, C, A, G, A, B, C, D, D, D. So I've kind of given you the process of how to practice. Speak and finger. play the highlighted spots separately. Because those usually have notes that skip around. Watch for them, okay? Then practice slowly. You can practice one line at a time. Then eventually, as you play a song, what I used to tell people is the more you play a song, the better you become at it, and then it naturally gets faster on its own. You don't one day have to say, okay, I'm now ready to play it fast. If you're playing it enough, it just happens. So I'm going to show you what lightly row sounds like so you'll know where you want to go with it. So that's where you're headed with that song. You don't have to play it that fast. We have breath marks. These breath marks with the parentheses mean if you can't make it to the end of the line, that's a good spot to breathe. And in the beginning, you probably can't make it to the end of the line. You're probably going to have to breathe there. That's okay. Just make sure you've got that nice smooth tongue. Do, 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 do. Now, before we let today's lesson go, I am going to show you our new note F sharp. I'm just going to show you how to finger it. You have all the fingers on your top hand down. And then you're going to have these two fingers. So this finger is not going to be on the recorder. Okay, it's always been there for the E, it's there for the D, but it's not there for the F sharp. This is if you have a Baroque recorder, and I'm hoping most of you have a Baroque recorder. If you have a German recorder, you're probably going to have to put that little finger down to make sure it plays better in tune. So you can just start practicing the F sharp. And again, make sure you get both of those holes covered. Now the F sharp is the last note we're going to do in this series of lessons. So you will have learned 8 notes. In next lesson, I'm going to show you how many different songs you can play with 8 notes. Well, I'm not going to be able to show them all to you. But we're going to do more songs. Yep, more songs, not exercises. So that's exciting. So I'll see you for lesson 12. Yep, lesson 12. Thanks again.